All right. Yeah, man, we in here. Yes, sir. We are in here now. Already got my man No Filter MMA in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Going live tonight, man. Got to talk about this one, man. We're a week out. We're a week out from this fight. So yeah, man, we're gonna break this thing down. We're gonna do this thing, and hopefully, uh, BJ from No Filter MMA, he'll be able to make it in here. He might be running a little late, but um, yeah, keys to victory, man. Miranda Maverick versus Gillian Robertson is going down February 13th. So I need these keys to victory from my man BJ. I got the keys to victory over here from Miranda. So yeah. But I'm gonna let a few of y'all come in here first. Let me just grab something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we got No Filter in the building, and we got Marcus up in here. So yeah, we get started here in a few minutes. But yeah, like I said, gotta get those keys to victory, BJ. I know you got them. You've been holding on to them forever, so we gonna get it. We gonna get it in, man. Even if I gotta go over to your channel and give you Miranda's keys to victory, you know how we do. So yes, sir. Fight week. One more week, man. Stamina, what's going on? Focus ball, what's up, man? Yeah, man, focus ball. I'm about to grab one of them focus balls from you, man. I'm gonna put it in this order. Gotta put it in this order for you, man. Be over there dropping that history, man. Yeah, man, that's the stuff, man. I wanna got the link, man. Talk about this boxing history, man. be just be just talking trash. Huh? Yeah, man. So yeah. We'll get started here in a minute, y'all. Just gotta say though, this is a good flyweight fight right here. This is a good flyweight matchup here. Focus Ball said if I was Miranda, my nickname would be the Miranda the Maverick. Yeah, like I know what you mean, the Maverick. Yeah, but she got to put that fear in Jillian's heart, right, BJ? You got to put that fear in. You got to keep that fear because you want to put that fear. Okay, he said go ahead and shoot that lane. All right, 1 second, man. That's what I was waiting for. Want to get this thing fired up. I said, all right, I got to get him in here because I need his keys to victory as well. I don't want to make it one-sided, over here, like it's gonna be in the octagon February 13th. I don't want to make it one-sided like that. So we already know it's gonna be one-sided up in there. All right, bust this link out real quick. Okay, 1 second here. Man, been having a lot of crazy shakeups here, man. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I've been checking out the news too, man. Just so y'all know, I got a chance to talk to Sam Hughes, and y'all know she's stepping in for Emily Whitmire, which is crazy. Like as soon as I got on, she had just found out. As soon as we talked. So yeah, man, it's It's been crazy. Hannah Cyphers had to pull out of her fight with Emily, so Sam is stepping in. Marion Renault. I'll talk about all this tomorrow. I'm gonna drop some videos, but I just didn't, have time to do any of that today. But Marion Renault, she tested positive. She says she feels fine, but she had to push the fight back to February 27th. So yeah, you got a lot of crazy stuff going on. I don't know if y'all been checking that out. Got this Bret Hart, Paige Van Zandt and Bret Hart fight tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, but Friday. So yeah. There it is, no filter. Okay, hold on. So yeah, man, a lot of interesting stuff going on. Switch ups, filter, send that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. I talked to Sam Hughes today. She told me that she's taking a replacement fight. She's taking the place of Hannah Cyphers. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for BJ to come in here for a little bit, but yeah, man, we get started though. This fight here, Miranda Maverick versus Gillian Robertson. This is a really a must-win for Gillian Robertson. If you want to break it down and look at them as individuals, this is more of a coming out fight for Miranda Maverick, but for Gillian Robertson, it's more of a must-win. To get that fight against a upcoming prospect and look good. Gillian Robertson has to go in there and show some different levels to really just keep her UFC career afloat at this point. You know what I mean? And Miranda Maverick, this is her chance to get in there with a former top 15 fighter, and slowly but gradually make her way into the top 15. So there's a lot riding on this fight, man. Both ways. It's a statement maker for Miranda, and it's just a must win. It's a show and prove, man. It's just a show and prove for Gillian Robertson.
You mean a statement maker for Gillian Robertson, right? Let's get it right.
Oh, he came right in talking, spitting that. Y'all know that that's BJ from No Filter, man. All right, bro. Yeah. You got your keys to victory, right, man?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man. What do you think of this fight? Like, what is it to you, man? Like I was just saying.
Now you're right though. Like for Miranda Maverick, it definitely is a statement maker, because if she can come in and beat Gillian Robertson, who's been a staple in that, been a staple in that division since the beginning. If she can beat Gillian Robertson, then that means a lot for her. But what it means, I think it means less for Gillian Robertson though. I think, because yet again, Gillian's fighting another unranked opponent. So, even though it is Miranda Maverick and she does have a name, I think but it's a pivotal win for Gillian too, because she coming off that loss to Taylor Santos. So, I feel like it's an important fight for both of them. And we just had that. We were just talking in the chat a few minutes ago, and we agreed that this is a stylistic wise, this is a super dangerous fight, bro, for both of them, style wise. Yeah. Miranda clearly has the advantage on the feet, but if Gillian can wrap her up, man, Gillian can change the course of this fight.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I was messaging you that earlier. I was like, honestly, it's dangerous, man, because all day long, like, look at it as like a lower level of Andrade and Namajunas. All day long, I was saying Namajunas got all these tools to beat Andrade, but what did it take from Andrade to just do one thing, right?
Right.
I'm glad I didn't put no money on it, but it was like to the point where I was like, oh, Rose, she got this. She got so many tools, and it looked good for one and a half round, and then all of a sudden Andrade just pulled out the inevitable, that slam. So it's like, yeah, as long as you committed to your one tool, you can be a dangerous fighter, So, yeah, definitely a dangerous fight, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just can't wait. I actually thought it was this week, but it's not till next week.
Yeah, man. I said, man, look, we just gotta go ahead and talk this fight up, man. Get this hype up for it. But
Yeah, yeah.
are you pressed for time, BJ? I mean,
No, man, go ahead. I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Go ahead, bro.
okay.
Let's talk.
Well, let
Want to
me
talk? Let's talk.
okay, let me see. What's your first key to victory for Gillian Robertson going into this fight?
The first key to victory for Gillian, what I would say would be to commit to the jab. Like we all know Gillian Robertson is not the best striker in the world. We know this. Everybody knows this. You know what I'm saying? But I think what Gillian needs to do, Gillian actually, to not be that good of a striker, Gillian actually has a decent footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's got decent footwork. If she can not throw that jab short, because Gillian throwing that jab short and not actually landing it it's opened up a lot of things for people to like hit her, or, you know, like with Taylor Santos, Gillian was throwing that short jab, you know what I'm saying? And that opened Taylor up, because Taylor knew after a little while, hold on, bro. Okay, bro, I'm back. What I was saying was, what that means for Gillian Robertson is that she would have to commit to that jab, man, and not let anything open up. You know what I'm saying? Because she can open you up. Miranda Maverick can take advantage of any opening that Gillian Robertson leaves her on the feet. So the first key to victory for me, for Gillian, would be to commit to the punches, man. Like, don't throw them short. Hit Miranda Maverick. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you can earn some respect if you hit her. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first key to victory for me, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kind of ride off of that too, because I feel like for Miranda Maverick, her first key to victory has got to be her jab. I feel like when you're dealing with somebody like Jillian, you got to find that range early. You want to stay away from her takedowns, her takedown attempts. So you got to measure that jab out. And when you just go back and look at her fight, a couple of Invicta fights, and her fight with Leanna Jojua, she was that fighter that was pumping the jab out, and it was setting up her straight left hand from her southpaw stance. So if she uses her jab to her benefit in the first couple rounds from that southpaw stance, I think that could throw Jillian off, in any attempt that she has when she's trying to come straight forward. Jab's gonna open up a lot of openings. Even like you said for Jillian, like, not the best jabber, but if she throws it out, it could open up, for takedowns. So you really got to start with that jab just to get a good feeling out, and also just use it as a weapon. So yeah, for Miranda, I definitely got to say, use that jab, and that'll open up more punches for her. Let's see, man. What else you got for Jillian?
I feel like Gillian, what she could do. Sorry, man, I'm talking through a mask. I feel like Gillian Robertson, I hope that she's worked on her. I hope she's worked on her strength and technique of like holding somebody down, because like, Miranda Maverick is not the type of fighter that you want to be popping back up once you get her to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gillian is going to want to hold Miranda Maverick down once she gets to the ground, and the physicality, man, like Gillian Robertson will have to get this fight to the ground, because if you allow Miranda Maverick to show off that physicality and that athleticism, she's obviously more athletic than Gillian Robertson. If you allow her to show that off, man, like, that could be a huge factor in this fight for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Gillian got to get Miranda, put her on her back fast, get her down fast. Because, you can't, like, so in some fights you see Gillian, like, working for the takedown, pressing people up against the cage, trying to get a takedown. Like, she can't do that. She has to get Maverick to the ground fast, very fast.
Okay. Another thing I'll say for Miranda would be to, use leg kicks and not so much body kicks, because I feel like Jillian is good at catching kicks. She's definitely good at that. So I would say, switch levels with it, but don't really commit to body kicks, because I seen like whenever Poliana was backing up a couple of times, she tried to go in for them hard body kicks and commit, and boom, Jillian finds her open in that way. So I got to say for Miranda, you got to, throw the jabs, throw 1-2s, and finish it off with leg kicks. Slowly but surely, you can break her down if you just continue to target that lead leg, and that'll take away a lot of the foundation from Gillian Robertson, in my opinion. And just to add,
do you think that Miranda Maverick is going to be able to? Do you think she's going to be confident enough for somebody as dangerous as Gillian Robertson? I mean, this is just an honest question.
Mhm.
I'm not speaking as a Gillian Robertson fan here. I'm saying, like, do you think that she, knowing how Gillian fights, do you feel like Miranda will be as confident coming forward on Gillian, like coming forward trying to put pressure on Gillian? Do you feel like she'll be like confident, or you feel like she'll, fight like somebody who's in there with Khabib and just so super scared of a takedown?
I think part of my key to victory on the leg kicks is why I say avoiding the body is I was gonna say use angles. So I don't think she'll be intimidated by it, but I think she'll do the smart thing and just stay on the outside and use angles. Like, it wouldn't be smart to come forward against her unless you hurt her, unless you're hurting her with punches. If you got her back to the fence, if you got Jillian's back to the fence, I think that would be Miranda's time to put that pressure. But I don't think it would be like an intimidation factor there. It would just be a IQ factor for Miranda to say, let me stay here on the outside where the getting is good for me. You know what I mean? So I think that as long as Miranda uses some angles in there, and she's able to land, and she finds a good distance to land them shots, there's no need for her to fight on the ground or even take it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. But if this fight goes to the ground, Combo, I gotta ask you, man, how does it play out?
Oh man, like, all right, here's a key. If it goes to the ground, Maverick really has to make sure that she's got a couple of pages out of Taylor Santos' book. You know what I mean? She's got to have that type of jiu-jitsu that she has, and she's got to be that type of physical fighter. You got to be in control every step of the way in that guard. You can't be getting your arm caught in there, because Jillian is just too slick. When she's on the ground and on her back, she's almost at home. So every little slip up you make, she's got an ankle, she's got a wrist, she's got control. So to take that away, you just got to take away all of Jillian's strength, and that's what Taylor was able to do. Is one attempt when Jillian had her in that armbar attempt, what'd she do? She put that knee in her face and put that pressure on her until Jillian had to let go. So I think if it goes to the ground, she's gonna have to take some pages out of her book and have that type of physical strength. Not necessarily like overdo it, because you don't want to go the opposite way and get that arm extended or get that heel hook, get caught in that heel hook. So I think if it goes to the ground, she's got to let hands go, because even Jillian lets hands go. So you got to be first to act on whatever opening is you see on Gillian Robertson. That's my opinion, though. But
yeah, for sure, man. Like,
but I would say, look, Jillian, if it goes to Jillian's way, then yeah, that meter is going to definitely start going Robertson's way. So it'll be scary.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, I feel like for Jillian, we talking about this fight, but we both talking with a little bit of biasness. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, because these are our girls, man. But I feel like Robertson, when she gets, it's not a question of if, I think it's a question of when she gets Miranda Maverick to the ground, when this fight goes to the ground. I think Jillian got to pop off on that ground and pound, man. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? She's got to pop off on that ground and pound, man, and she's got to let that go. Like, I feel like, because sometimes Jillian can.
Oh, hang on. I lost you, BJ.
And try to beat you up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But this time, I think she needs to get Maverick to the ground. She needs to start letting off those elbows, those punches, like all of that. She needs to be getting off on that. Hey, Combo, I'm going to have to go out and come back in because somebody tried to call me. So it goes off of the speakerphone when somebody do that.
Oh, okay, I got you. For sure, man. Yeah, do what you got to do, man. I'll be here for a little
so
bit.
I'm going to go out and come back in.
All right. Yeah, so I think, yeah, it's definitely going to be a dangerous fight on the ground. Oh, okay, Cole. I was like, Cole, what are you talking about, man? You know I seen all her fights. I was like, okay, come on. And it's not just being high on a fighter on the number of fights they have in the UFC, Cole. And you got to think, man, like it's how they think and what they're able to do. You know, I'm not just going to give a person credit unless I don't see something in them. That's just me. Let's see. I'll just wait for BJ to come back in here for a second. Yeah, Coach said Gillian has a decent guard. Miranda's very, very strong. Yeah. Got to have that physical strength and ground game that Taylor does to really neutralize somebody like Gillian Robertson. You got to put her in that position where when she's on her back, man, like that's the thing that she really has to work with. Hang on here. Got you, bro.
Yeah, I'm in here. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I was saying, like, you really need, like, a good mix of athleticism and a ground game to neutralize somebody like Gillian Robertson. You agree with that?
Yes, I definitely agree with that, for sure. Your ground game got to be on point. And I feel like Miranda Maverick is going to have to attack on the ground. Like, she's going to have to show Gillian some kind of threat on the ground if the fight goes to the ground because, I mean, Gillian Robertson just she don't respect anybody's ground game. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the Taylor Santos fight, she didn't, even though she was being dominated on the ground, she still didn't respect Taylor Santos's ground game. So, gonna have to, I think she's gonna have to, Miranda Maverick gonna have to, like, catch Gillian in something or try to catch her in something, you know what I'm saying, like early on, because if you allow Gillian to work, man, she gonna work.
Yeah, definitely. Like, when she's on the ground, I give her that. Like, that's why I say, look, she needs to translate that striking on the ground up to fighting up top. But, like, when she's on the ground, she got you in your back, she's like a street fighter. She be letting her hands go. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Gillian does got that in her. She has that type of heart to soften you up. But, I think Miranda, she's got that too. Like, when you let her get you, when you let her get you down, she has that same dog in her to let that type of fight go. I know anything can happen in a fight. We don't really know, but, like, what's the pacing that Gillian Robertson for you has to approach to this fight in the first round? Like, what type of pace does she have to set?
I just feel like she needs to come out aggressive, man. Like, she needs to come forward like she did in the fight with Courtney Casey, man. Like, she just has to be aggressive like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's not aggressive like that, then, like, that will definitely allow that will give Miranda Maverick those openings. But if Gillian Robertson establishes that early, man, kind of back Maverick up with something, you know what I'm saying? Like, threaten a takedown or something, man. Like, that's the pace and the pressure that she's gonna have to put on Maverick because if you look at the Liana Jojua fight. Hold on. I know you're fine. If you look at the Liana Jojua fight, man, Jojua was able to establish that pressure on Miranda Maverick, and Miranda was backing up. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I feel like, if Jojua would have, because Jojua didn't deviate from a game plan at all. Like, she was sticking to that 1-2, and that was it. And I felt like that was the critical mistake that Liana Jojua made in that fight. She was just countering with a 1-2, and that was it. She wasn't doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But, we see that if you come forward on Maverick, she'll back up. So Gillian gonna have to come forward, man. Like, she's gonna have to come forward and threaten something to gain some type of respect. Because if Gillian can push you back behind that black line, dude, then she going for a takedown, bro. If she can get you, she'll bait you into thinking that she's about to strike with you. And then once your feet get behind, it happens in every single fight of Gillian Robertson. She gets you behind that black line, she's going for the takedown. You know what I'm saying? So that's where Gillian Robertson, she's not really that good at shooting in open space. I mean, we have seen Gillian shoot in open space, but when she gets you, when your back is within like 1 or 2 feet of that cage, she going for the takedown, man. And Miranda Maverick is going to have to be careful to not end up on her back. Because if she end up on her back, man, that's when the size difference is going to come into play. Because Gillian Robertson is much bigger than Miranda Maverick as far as like length, height-wise. So, and Gillian is like deceptively heavy too. So, it is what it is. Like Miranda Maverick just gonna have to be careful, man, because we all know what Gillian's game plan is to get you down and choke you out or ground and pound you out. So it's one of those two things. And it's up to Miranda Maverick to make a statement like Taylor Santos did. I mean, look how much clout Taylor Santos has gotten off of beating Gillian Robertson. Right. Like I said before, if Gillian had beat Taylor Santos, she would have been another unranked girl that Gillian beat. Go jump into the pile with Courtney Casey and Poliana Botelho. You know what I'm saying? And Molly McCann and the rest of the girls Gillian them beat. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if Gillian wins this fight, I think she'll get some hype off of it, but I don't think it'll be enough hype. I mean, girls get a lot of hype for beating Gillian Robertson, So if Miranda Maverick beats Gillian Robertson, she's gonna become a damn superstar. She'll probably get into the top 10 with a win over Gillian.
Right.
That'll probably convince them to take Alexis Davis out of the rankings, and Miranda Maverick will get the spot.
Wow.
So.
Look, I'm a fan,
that's what Team Savage is up against right now.
Look, I'm a fan, Miranda, but look, I wouldn't say a win over Gillian would push her there. Me being honest, I would not push her into the top 10 like that. She still got work. Get a top 10 fighter, then you get in there. But I say for Miranda, man, you can't really set a pace you're too cautious in this fight. I think she has to make that statement like Taylor Santos did. I think Miranda's got to do something like Macy Barber did. It's got to be like a dominant victory or a straight knockout. So she does have to take some type of approach in that first round to make everybody say she's got Gillian outgunned, And, I'm looking at the size difference here. Yeah, Gillian's, 5'4". Some people have Miranda listed at 5'2" and 5'3". But, man, Miranda's reach is 65.5 compared to Gillian's 63. And I think that's going to really come into play for Miranda being the striker. What do you think?
I think, she has a big advantage there as far as she can stick a jab in Gillian's face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Courtney Casey tried to stick a jab in Gillian's face too. You know what I'm saying? She tried that, and that it just didn't mean much for Gillian Robertson. That she was able to get around that jab and I think that the fight with Courtney Casey was the best showing of Gillian Robertson striking that we've seen yet. You know what I'm saying? And she just, I think Miranda Maverick's going to have to do more than a jab to keep Gillian Robertson off. It's going to take more than a jab. Mm-hmm. She's going to have to crack Gillian. She's going to have to, and honestly, I don't think that Miranda Maverick has that type of power to. For one, Gillian ain't gonna run into an elbow like Liana Jojua did, and I don't think that Miranda Maverick has that kind of firepower like Macy Barber. She was able to stun Gillian and stop Gillian with punches because Macy Barber can put any flyweight in the entire division. Macy Barber can stop any with her punches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And she stunned Gillian. It's gonna take power like that because Gillian gets hit. Poliana Botelho hit her good. Who else hit Gillian pretty good? Molly McCann hit her good. Sarah Froda hit her good. Courtney Casey hit her good. And she walked through all of those punches. Veronica Macedo hit her good. She walked through all of those punches. It was just Macy Barber who was able to stop Gillian with punches. So, unless Miranda Maverick coming like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't see her, putting Gillian away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think that Miranda, she has decent pop. It's respectable pop, but it's not knockout power. Because look, we can look right here. Just so y'all know, Miranda's first stoppage win was Liana Jojua. majority of her finishes are submissions. So she's game on the ground. She definitely game on the ground. But I think that if she wanted to use that next level of striking, it's there. I think it's there. Like if she wanted to just keep it on the feet and strike and use her kicks, I think that level is there for Miranda. But yeah, when you go back and look, the majority of her wins are all submission wins too. So it could get interesting on the ground. It could definitely be an interesting fight when you get to the ground and you look at the people she submitted, like Deanna Bennett. Who else did she finish off? Victoria Leonardo like 2 times. I think Victoria Leonardo she beat by a decision once.
I keep forgetting Miranda Maverick finished Deanna Bennett.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. That was a good fight too. She came back that was on that tournament night where you fight like 3 or 4 fights and then you fight a 3-round fight. So yeah, she came back and finished it hard, with a neck crank, I think. Mm-hmm. But So yeah, her power is not crazy because she's never committed to it like that, and striking is still something she's working on. I just kind of felt like her level of striking was more impressive, even with the fight against a Joe Jua and Pearl Gonzalez over Gillian. It just seems like if she needs to go to that well, it's there.
I feel the same way, man. I feel the same way, dude. But so combo. I'm gonna dive into your brain here. Mystic combo. First out the gate, how do you think both fighters approach? How do you think they approach each other? Do you think they kind of feel each other out, or do you feel like they just meet in the middle, just clash in the middle? What do you see? What do you see the opening 45 seconds of this fight?
I see Miranda trying to figure it out. I see Miranda trying her best to see what Gillian has to offer in that first minute as far as just angles. I think she'll try to find her range with the jab early, but I think there'll be some respect there just because she knows that if I get taken to the ground and I know that Gillian is going to try to shoot in for a takedown, it's there. But she might be a little cautious too, thinking about the fact that Gillian can connect with the jab this go around. She connected with a couple good punches on Taylor Santos before Taylor Santos took her to the ground. Y'all got to remember that too. I was watching the fight. So yeah, right. that option is there now. Cause
I'm glad you said it, because if I would have said it, then the whole entire comment section would have told me I was wrong. So
look, you can say it too, man. Say it, be honest, because she touched her. I'm just being honest. You got to be real with it, man.
Well, maybe since you said it, then the comment section will be like, oh yeah, okay, maybe she did. Because if I would have said it, no, she didn't. But I know what to expect, so it is what it is. Go ahead, what was you saying, Combo?
It's all good, but I'm just saying that option is there. Maybe even the question, maybe still a little bit questionable for Gillian, but she might actually take that chance and touch her with the jab, and then the reaction might be, oh, she wants to strike, then boom.
Wait, hold on, Combo. All Stamina keeps talking about in the comment section is how she was dominated by Taylor Santos. Dude, we all know that. We're not talking about the Taylor Santos fight. We're talking about the upcoming fight with Miranda Maverick. So are we going to harp on? I have not once heard anyone talk about Miranda Maverick's losses. The only thing I've seen in the comment section is Gillian Robertson's losses. Can we talk about Miranda Maverick's losses?
Yeah, look.
That was for the comment section. What is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good? Yeah, we go back even with let's say her first loss to Deanna Bennett. That was a very close fight where Deanna Bennett had to really figure out Miranda Maverick as a fighter. She had to go in there and commit, and she actually kept it standing on Miranda. So yeah, there are some moments Miranda she could get outstruck too, but I just feel like Gillian Robertson ain't going to take that approach. So if they go into this fight the first round, I could see the pace being a little bit respectable from both. I think Gillian might want to throw hands a little bit more, so she'll probably stay on her feet a little bit and be a little bit more fluid and see how the openings come, So yeah, I don't see it going straight head to head in this one, man. I think both of them will want to test the waters and be a little bit respectable in that first minute. I'm talking first minute now. So yeah, I'm talking first minute too. So
And see, you just said something pretty critical too when you said like Jillian might play around on the feet. Jillian will make her opponent think that she's gonna stand and trade with them, and then she'll take them down. You know what I'm saying? Like Courtney Casey is the biggest fool I ever seen in the octagon because I mean she committed so hard to striking with Gillian Robertson that it looked almost too easy the way Gillian was taking her down. Like it looked almost too easy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, coach. We were talking about that earlier. I was talking about that Bennett. Yeah, she avenged that loss. Yeah. All right. So BJ, let me ask you this.
Stamina just called me a martyr.
Did
Oh, Stamina. The detractor role is getting old too, buddy. But go ahead.
All right, BJ. Let me ask you this. Jillian, we know she can submit fighters. Do you think she can win on the cards?
Women, what'd you say? My bad, bro.
Okay, we know Gillian Robertson can submit you, and that's how a lot of people think she's going to get a win, either submission or maybe ground and pound. Can Gillian Robertson, can she win this fight on the cards? Can she win a decision?
We don't see a whole lot of like stoppages. I mean, a lot of distance for Gillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? Like when she fought Poliana Battaglia, you know what I'm saying? She was very disappointed that that fight went the distance. But I feel like, you know, for Gillian to win on the cards, I just think a dominant top game, man. A dominant top game, getting this, you know, takedowns, getting this fight to the ground, landing some ground and pound, you know, just wearing on and mauling Miranda Maverick is the way that Gillian Robertson wins this fight. Now, like I said, guys, you know, this may be the fight that we see an evolution in Gillian Robertson. You know what I'm saying? Gillian Robertson striking might come out here and look good. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. So, you know, we could see a very well improved on the feet Gillian Robertson in this fight. We just got to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we all know that Gillian Robertson can beat you on the ground and maul you, but we're all also looking for that evolution in Gillian Robertson. And I think, you know, the next few fights, we're going to see, you know, we've seen improvements in Gillian Robertson, but we haven't seen the evolution of Gillian Robertson. So, you know, I feel like it could be this fight, it could be the next fight, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking for that. I'm looking to see that improved striking game from Gillian Robertson because she just has to, man. She has to evolve. You know what I'm saying? And I see it coming. I see it coming. And I think this is a good fight. This is the type of fight. This is a good fight that she needs to show that. She can submit a lot of girls at 125 pounds, but being just that submission artist is just not going to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so okay. She can have that submission threat, and everybody's going to know about that submission threat. But you know, the fact that it's kind of like Khabib, like people know what Khabib is going to try to do, and that opens up his striking so much. Like that's what I'm saying. Like striking could be something for Gillian that could work so much in her advantage because people are going to worry about her trying to take them down. And that's why you've seen in fights with Courtney Casey and in the fight with Macy Barber, Gillian had a lot of success on the feet, more than expected success on the feet, because they were like waiting for the inevitable. Like Macy was waiting for Gillian to try to take her down. Courtney Casey was waiting on Gillian to take her down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like, you know, she has that threat of the takedown can open up the strikes a lot if Gillian does it the right way.
Okay. You know, just going back and really looking at both of these fighters, you know, some of their submission wins, it starts to look interesting on the ground though. Like it really does. And I think like even looking at Gillian, she has 2 decision wins, but her major one was against Poliana Battaglia. And what's crazy is like Poliana was really strong, and she didn't have much of a ground game. That's why she just got dominated. You know, she was able to get mauled and just dominated. But when you look at a fighter who can do a little bit of everything like Miranda Maverick, you know, it definitely starts to make the ground look a little bit more interesting. You know, just on the level of the way Miranda, she can submit you as well. You know, but like I said, having that other level though for Miranda Maverick is just so much more comfort in her as a fighter, and I know her corner to automatically say, okay, if we don't want to mix it up on the ground, we do have the feet to, you know, to rely on, you know, and I think it's been getting better and better for her. So, I want to give you a prediction, BJ. I know you want to tell me how it's going to go.
See, Combo, there you go, poking the bear, man. There you go.
Oh man. Okay.
My prediction is,
look,
I'm gonna go with TKO round 3. I think
TKO.
round one, Gillian will figure it out. Round 2, she'll execute. Round 3, she'll finish.
Okay.
You know, that's what I feel. I feel like, you know, round 1, she'll find out. She'll see how strong Maverick is. She'll see how good Maverick is. Round 2, this is when she'll go in for her game plan. You know what I'm saying? Get this fight to the ground. Start pounding on Miranda Maverick. Round 3, she'll finish her, dude. That's why I'm going. I talked to Gillian a couple of days ago, and I said, Gillian, how you feeling going into this fight? And she responded with one word, and she said, ready. So I'm like, ooh. You know, when you see that, it's like, oof. And the last time Gillian said something like that is when she went into the Courtney Casey fight. And we've seen what kind of performance we got out of the Courtney Casey fight. So,
okay.
You know, but then again, Gillian does struggle with those physical girls. We know that. So we'll see how this whole thing plays out.
Okay. I could see this fight going either TKO for Miranda or decision for Miranda, just because, like, I think with everything that I said to make this a dangerous fight, you know, as far as just everything that could happen on the ground. Oh, could you mute for a second, BJ?
Yeah, bro.
All right. Yeah, I think like everything that could happen, like I said, could make this a dangerous fight, you know, for Gillian in her favor. I still have to say that Miranda just has so many tools to neutralize whatever Gillian brings to the table. And I think the biggest thing that Miranda has, I think, going into this fight is commitment. You know, again, like, you can have all these tools, like, yeah, again, like going back to Rose versus Jessica Andrade. Rose had more tools than Jessica Andrade in the first fight, but we saw what happened. You know, the commitment was lacking in part of that second round. That's why it ended the way it did. But I think Miranda has commitment to stick to a game plan that works on a fighter of Gillian Robertson's caliber and what she brings to the table. So, okay, yeah, Gillian, she might improve here and there with some striking, but I think that Miranda's is levels above, and I think she's continuing to work on that. So if it takes strikes to keep Gillian back, I think you'll see some of that in the first or second round. If Gillian's shooting in for a takedown, we could possibly see Miranda countering or even using that body weight to get some throws in and then go right back to keep it standing. So I could just see her kind of outworking her every which way throughout these rounds until possibly maybe like some knees or some strikes in the clinch could put together an accumulation to stop her. But if not a stoppage, I could see a very physical Miranda mauling back and landing good punches to really frustrate and take the wind out of a fighter like Gillian Robertson. So yeah, I could see like a stoppage or decision going in Miranda's way. You said stoppage too, though, man. You didn't think submission was coming, huh? But yeah, that's my take, man.
Oh no. I mean, I see the stoppage. I mean, I see the submission. The threat of the submission is always there, but nobody was expecting her to TKO Sarah Froda. You know what I'm saying? So now I can't sleep on that possibility of her TKOing her opponent now with those. You know, Gillian got some of the best ground and pound in that division, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Gillian works and the way she positions herself, or start landing those hard. Gillian hits hard when she's grounded and pounding. You know what I'm saying? And she's got some of the best in the division, man. And so now that's a possibility for Gillian. Ground and pound victory, that's a huge possibility for Robertson now. That's a tool in her arsenal.
Would you say that's a tool in her arsenal? Oh, you had to step away.
Oh, it's a tool in her arsenal for sure.
Okay. All right. So yeah, man. Like I said, I'm expecting a good fight. Both fighters, they really have statements to make in their own way. So I don't think this fight is going to be any type of sleeper. You know, we ain't going to see no type of Sarah Morris type of fight. But you know, we're going to get a real good fight with these two, I think. You know, and I'll leave that decision out there. But man, it's hard to see this going 3, man. Really.
Nah, you just hoping it don't go 3.
Oh, there you go.
You don't want Gillian to finish that ass to that 3rd round. That's what.
But look, BJ, look. I got to give you all respect because in your keys to victory, you did not include any prayers, any Bible verses. I was like, okay. He know it. He ain't got to go on that level. I was like, all right, but yeah, definitely had to give you respect for that.
Oh, combo. He trying to be buddy, boy. Now Miranda gonna need a pro. I hope when Gillian got that rear naked choke sunk in on Miranda Maverick, I really want to see Miranda develop that 1,000-yard stare that they get when they getting choked. You know what I'm saying? When they kind of like looking off, but they ain't really focused on nothing. Like that moment right before they go to sleep.
All right.
So let's hope that we can see that next week.
All right. Look, let's hope that for some reason one of them Macy Barber flashbacks don't happen. Oh man, from one of them left hands. Damn. Did I just say that? Look what you're doing, man. Look what you're doing. Got me talking trash.
Combo got jokes. Combo got real jokes.
But yeah, man, appreciate you coming on, bro. I mean, like I posted here, make sure y'all subscribe to BJ No Filter MMA. Look, man, you gotta go over your channel, do it, man. And I'm gonna infiltrate your camp too, and I'm gonna put up Miranda Maverick posters all over your channel, whatever, man. We gotta
Let's go.
When you trying to get on, bro?
I'm probably gonna get on. Probably what's today? Wednesday. I'll probably get on tomorrow night. I'll get on tomorrow night to do my official Robertson versus Maverick live stream. So you'll have to come join in, bro.
Sure you don't want to do it on Sunday after church, man? I'm just asking.
Oh man, so you saying I need to go say a prayer for Gillian, huh?
That would help.
Ooh-wee, man. We'll see, man. We'll see what kind of protocol they put Miranda Maverick on for severe submission, for savage submission. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Let me before you go, BJ, let me get your quick take, man, on what you think of what's your early look on Rose and Weili, that fight, man.
Rose and Weili, man. I think it's the same thing, that everybody says about Rose, man. If Rose don't put herself in a position where Weili can get off on her, man, I don't think Weili gonna try to go to the ground with Rose. I think she's gonna try to keep her standing. But if Weili can start getting off on Rose, man, that's not good for Rose, because we know Rose break. You know what I'm saying? Like Rose ain't as durable as like Joanna and some of those other girls at the top of that division. Rose just ain't that durable, man. Like Rose get touched up. She kind of like she's kind of like Sarah McMahon. If things ain't quite going her way, man, or if she faces some kind of opposition, she kind of fold, not to the extent of Sarah McMahon, but in some ways, man. But but she fights through it, dude. She fights through it, but when she faces some adversity, we definitely see a different Rose. So Weili gonna have to capitalize. If Weili hurts Rose, she gotta attack. You know what I'm saying? But Rose, Rose got that kill switch too. Rose will put you out. You know what I'm saying? You give Rose the chance to hurt you, she'll hurt you, bro.
Yeah, yeah. My main thing is that I was kind of worried about Rose having her room to breathe in this fight because Joanna gave her that room where she could pick her shots. That was like almost a tailor made style for it. But when you're talking about somebody like Wei Lee who's moving, and somebody actually tried to say that Wei Lee gasses after one round. It told me that. I was like, what fight you watching?
Who told you that? Stamina?
No, it was somebody else. I can't remember whose name it was. It was just like some random person.
That sound like some bullshit Stamina would say.
Damn. I don't know, but yeah, somebody said that. They told me that.
I'm just joking, Stamina. I love you, bro.
Somebody told me that. I was just like, nah, man. Wei Lee is phone booth ready. She's 5-round ready, and that was something that everybody was kind of scared of in the last Just Gone Dry fight. Everybody was like, man, if that was 5 rounds in that rematch, she would have lost.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know to say that, man, because that 4th round we could have seen a second win from Rose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you never really know. Like people say, if that was a 5-rounder, Rose would have lost. You don't know. You don't know that. I've seen fighters lose 3 rounds and then come back in the last 2 and win the fight. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't. No matter how these fights be going, man, you can't never count these fighters out, man. Look at how that Juliana Pena and Nico Montano fight went. You know what I'm saying? Even though that was 3 rounds, she got dominated the first round and a half of that fight. She came back and dominated Nico Montano, man. The Tate versus Holly Holm, man. You know what I'm saying? That fight was back and forth. People say, oh, Holly was beating her up. Man, I don't know. That fight was close, dude. And Tate fought that whole fight, man. And look how that fight happened. Look how that fight played out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you just never know, man.
Cause I give her credit. She took that win.
Say what?
I said Tate took that belt where I couldn't get.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Like when you got well-rounded fighters, man. When you got fighters that could do, Tate stood and Tate was standing on the feet with Holm, and next thing you know, man, that ground game came into effect, dude. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you got a well-rounded fighter like Rose. You just never, you never really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, she was getting beat up on the feet, but Rose can submit you. Rose is a savagely talented submission specialist, and Rose can stop you on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know how these fights turn out, man. I mean, and it could have, 5 rounds, she could have knocked out Rose. You know what I'm saying? But Rose could have switched that game. When you think when you in a 5 round, when you in a 5-round fight, you fight differently. Your fighters fight differently when it's a 5-round fight.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they fight differently. Maybe Rose thought, okay, I'm gonna put a stamp on this fight in the 3rd round, so I'm gonna go hard. And she was leaving us. She got a little reckless. If it was a 5-round fight, Rose would have fought them first 2. She would have fought that 3rd round like she fought them first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, it's all about pacing too. Yeah, I know what you mean. When you get that 3-round fight, different story than a 5-round. So, yeah, man, like, it's gonna be real interesting, man. I think we're gonna see a little bit of chess match and dog fight in this fight with Wei Lee and Rose, man. I just wish they would announce it, man. I'm tired of waiting. All right, so I'm about to get up out of here, man. I think that was about it. Wanted to drop those, but yeah, if you get on tomorrow, all y'all subscribe to No Filter MMA as well. Anybody you want to bomb back at in the chat real quick? I don't know, man.
Let me check out this chat right quick. I ain't got nothing to say before I get out of here. Nah, man, they didn't let go. They didn't let off of me, man. They talking about something else.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
BJ, pull up, homie. BJ and Combo's Team Zane. I wouldn't say teams. I'm really not team either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like Wei Lee Zhang, but I'm not like team Zhang. I'm team Tatiana Suarez. You know what I'm saying? So all of these other fights are kind of like, letting us know who Tatiana gonna fight next. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I'm waiting on, is the return of Tatiana Suarez. Then you'll hear me be team somebody. So, when Tatiana returns this summer, that's what you're going to hear me talking about. Rose and Wei Lee, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. Mm-hmm. But, when it comes to strawweight, man, I got two picks, man, and that's Mackenzie Dern and Tatiana Suarez. and then Joanna Jędrzejczyk. So, that's where you at with me as far as 115.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Like, yeah, I'm not team Whaley. I'm team good fight right now. I'm team make the fight happen. That's what I am. I'm team make the fight happen, for anybody. Let's just make some good fights happen right now, So yeah, and Tatiana, man, just want to see her come back too, man. Just want to see her back in the mix at some point, man. Really, shout out to Tatiana.
Shout out to Tatiana Suarez. Oh yeah, for sure, man. That's who everybody need to be scared of, dude, because I feel Tatiana beats Whaley and Rose, to be honest. I think the two biggest threats to Tatiana Suarez in that division is it was Jessica Andrade and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I feel those two are the biggest threats to Tatiana Suarez. I think she beats Rose, and I think she beats Whaley, because ain't nobody ever... I mean, people have tried to take Whaley down, but Whaley ain't felt that Tatiana pressure, that Tatiana wrestling. She ain't never had that. You know what I'm saying? And
her momentum is scary, man.
Yeah, like that's a different level, man, of somebody manipulating you and throwing your body around, dude. Like, I mean, Tatiana Suarez, there's a reason they call her the female Khabib, dude, because she does to people what Khabib does to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think people just forget how good Tatiana Suarez is on the ground. Yeah, her striking is not the best striking, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, and you can say, though, the whole, one-dimensional thing, you know what I'm saying? The whole one-dimensional fighter. Yeah, man, but when it comes to a fighter like Khabib and Tatiana Suarez, you gonna have to expose that side of him, man. Like, and nobody's exposed that of Khabib. I mean, you can say that Nina Ansaroff exposed it on Tatiana, but Tatiana was really bad injured in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really say that Nina exposed it either. You know what I'm saying? You talking about a Tatiana who went from 75, 80% to about 40%,
and still did.
So. Yeah. And still won the fight, So, the whole thing that the time for one-dimensional fighters is up. Yeah, that's true, but there's a few exceptions to that rule when you get to fighters like Khabib and Tatiana Suarez.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother level, man. That's a whole nother level of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And wrestling is. I think wrestling is like the ultimate kryptonite in MMA. Like,
let me tell you this. Look, it's with Khabib and Tatiana, it may look one-dimensional, but I might have to do a video on both of them, because it's really not just wrestling. It's footwork, it's presence, it's pressure. It's like the little things they're doing on the inside. It's the little things they do on the inside that aren't wrestling, which is a different story. Like I said, I'll come back to that. But yeah, like Tatiana, like, you could say it's one-dimensional, but it's every little bit of movement she's doing to that person's body.
Right.
But I will say this, look, Tatiana in 2019, I was honestly, she was going to be stacking bodies up. Rose, I'm sorry, Whaley would have been on there. And I actually think Jessica Andrade, she would have thrashed as well. I think Joanna would have been actually the toughest fight. What do you think about that?
Right. I think Joanna... Jessica Andrade only for the power, but Joanna just for the takedown defense, man, is just unworldly. Like, nobody is stuffing takedowns like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and nobody's getting back to their feet. It's like when people put Joanna on their back, it's like you can see the moment that she's like, okay, I'm getting up. You know what I'm saying? And like, as soon, like, Valentina was able to Valentina was able to put Jędrzejczyk on her back, but it was like the moment that Joanna was like, okay, I'm getting up, she literally got up. You know what I'm saying? So, her ability to get back to her feet, man, and stuff takedowns is unworldly.
It's incredible.
So I think that can present Tatiana some problems. Jessica Andrade, I was saying it, man. I was seeing Jessica Andrade as like Tatiana's next opponent if she hadn't went out with the injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me and Taylor from One Up MMA, we talked about that. We was like, Taylor was like, I want to see Tatiana and Jessica Andrade just do those two bulls just fucking meet in the middle, and just whatever happens. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got two physically strong, listen, Tatiana is a strawweight, but Tatiana is very, very physically strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Look, Jessica would be Tatiana's teddy bear that night. That's all I gotta say. Look, I'm on my trash talking
I'm
tonight.
with
I
you
ain't gonna
there, bro.
lie.
I'm with you there. I think Jessica, she's good on the ground, man, but Jessica Andrade needs somebody who's willing to stand and trade with her, and Tatiana ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like Tatiana, she might, but she ain't gonna do that for 3 rounds or for the whole round like Carolina did. You know, you have to give Andrade the opening to knock you out. You have to present that to Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Tatiana, on the other hand, yeah, and Mina Bay's like they think Tatiana beats Weili. Come on, man. Have you ever seen Weili under that kind of pressure? Have we ever seen Weili under that type of pressure? No, we have not, man. People like, well, outside the UFC, you know, she showed her wrestling. Yeah, but she wasn't wrestling Tatiana Suarez. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she wasn't. So
it would be almost like a throwback to how Jessica Andrade got handled a few times at bantamweight. To me, I'm being honest. Like you got to remember, look, Tatiana's like 3 inches taller, way stronger, and there's a saying in boxing: the good big man always beats the good little man. And I think the same thing would be with these two. I think she's much better in the clinch. Something about Tatiana with the underhooks on Jessica Andrade just makes me feel like Jessica will be a little bit helpless in there. That's just me. You know?
Yeah, I feel like when it comes down to like strength for strength, you know, their bodies are built very differently. Like Tatiana Suarez and Jessica Andrade, they're built very differently. So physically, just by looking at them, you would think Andrade is much stronger than Tatiana Suarez. But man, when I tell you, dude, Tatiana. Listen, I've seen Tatiana pick girls up while she's on her knees and slam them. You know what I'm saying? Like, she picked Carla Esparza up while she was on her knees and slammed her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, come on, man. Tatiana Suarez is a bull, you know? And there ain't too many girls that's gonna outdo Tatiana Suarez.
Yeah, man. You know, her mental game, her mental preparation for a fight and what she brings is just scary alone, because when she's talking, I'm like, I believe every word of it when she says she's going to do it, you know? Let's see what we got here.
I agree with this. I said people need to stop messing up Nina like that. Tatiana was so compromising that fact that she's not fall and it is 2 whole years. So we can't be talking like Nina is Tatiana's kryptonite. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I mean, people talking about, listen, Nina got dominated for 2 out of 3 rounds in that fight. She got done, and people talking about, oh, Nina Ansaroff did this, Nina Ansaroff did that. Nina Ansaroff got her ass whooped until the injury started to affect Tatiana Suarez. That's what happened in that fight.
Yeah. Cause
I mean,
it just didn't look. It looked off to me that night. You know, something looked off, and I was just like, this something ain't right. And then I think it's on Suarez's side. That's what I was thinking, and sure enough, it was right, man. All the way.
Yeah. I felt like, you know, she was super aggressive up until the point when she ate that up kick. And when she ate that up kick, man, you know what I'm saying? That was a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's when it all started, like after the first round. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man.
All right, B. Well, yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you up any longer, but I already told everybody where they can follow you, but you can tell everybody your Twitter and everything as well, man.
Yeah, man. Catch me at No Filter MMA on Twitter, at Bloody Canvas MMA on Twitter, and also check us out at bloodycanvasmma.net. And also, guys, jump over to No Filter MMA, hit that subscribe button. I will be doing the savage version of this fight prediction probably tomorrow night. So you guys definitely look forward to that. I'm gonna have my boy Combo in here. He's gonna come in, let everybody speak their truth. So, you know. So just get ready for 10 times the amount of hate in the comment section, Stamina, because you can get on here and talk about this fight and they're gonna show you love. But when I'm talking about it, you know, they're gonna, you know, talk about how horrible Gillian in Montana is. So
oh no, it's all good. Look, I told you the other day, man, I getting a taste of it when I said Jessica Andrade didn't duck, and nobody agrees with me on that. So I'm still sticking with it. She ain't duck. It ain't no short notice fight. Shevchenko versus Andrade is a big main event fight that needs 6 months turnaround or 5 months turnaround. Regular turnaround. I'm sticking to that.
Right. I kind of felt like she was ducking though. Like I kind of felt like, and the only reason I say she was ducking is because she, like Coach says, she made those statements right after the fight with Chukagian that she was ready to fight Valentina. Like, I fight Valentina now. Like I'm ready to fight Valentina, and then the opportunity came. And she was like, no, I need to wait. Like it's like practice what you say. Like if you knew that if you knew that they were gonna, let's say that the possibility of them offering this fight to you pretty quickly could happen, don't say stuff like I'm ready to fight her now, because the UFC hears that. And if you say that, then they're going to try to put that fight together, especially if you're you just knocked off the number one contender, one of the hardest girls in the division to beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just finished her.
But think about this. Look, it's going to be a big main event. You can't just approach this like a UFC fight night fight where you just grab somebody. And look, trash talk does not trash. That's why I keep saying my bill. Trash talk is not ink. Trash talk is not ink. It's not the venue. It's not the actual date. It's not the promotion. So I'm like, if she says this, people talk trash to me sometimes, and when I approach them, the tone changes because it's just trash talk. It's just build up. She says I'll fight her in the backyard. Do you really think they're gonna fight in the backyard? No. It's a fight that needs to build up a storyline, and she's building up a storyline to it. That's how I see it. And I'm not even a Jessica Andrade fan. I just see a chance to build up a big fight for the champion, so let it be that. You know what I mean? Give your champion some chance to get a big fight made for her instead of just another mismatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see, man. I mean, it's that fight is becoming more and more intriguing the more I think about it. Because the thing about Valentina, man, Valentina's that counterpuncher type. You know what I'm saying? And that might work against her in the fight with Andrade. Because if she let Andrade get off, you know what I'm saying? Like if she let Andrade get off before she get off, you ain't really seen Valentina put nobody down with no hands like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if Valentina was gonna put somebody down with the hands, she would have put down Jennifer Maia, because she started catching Jennifer Maia clean in that fifth round. You know what I'm saying? That fourth and fifth round, she started catching her clean, man. And I was like, okay, let's see if Valentina can put Jennifer Maia away. And she didn't even come close. And you know what I'm saying? And you got to put Jessica Andrade down. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't a fight you take on 2 months' notice. If you got to look sharp you did, and you don't want to look flat like against Maia, you got to take your time and make sure you prepare for 5 rounds with the bull. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it is what it is for me. That's how I feel. Okay, TJ.
Yeah, man. I feel like this is probably the most dangerous fight for Valentina at 125 at this moment. It's a very dangerous fight, and it's kind of sad that it had to be somebody from another division, but this is the most dangerous fight for her at 125 right now. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if I was Valentina, I wouldn't take, and Valentina doesn't take any fight lightly, but especially this one because Andrade got that thigh out. I mean, and in reference to everybody else, that's how people look at Andrade. But guarantee you, now that we're talking Andrade and Valentina, watch what I say, Combo. It's going to get dummied down. The threat of Andrade is going to get dummied down so much. It's going to get minimized so much because now we're talking about Valentina Shevchenko. Just watch.
Well, it was dumbed down yesterday when I went on live stream because I said it's still going to be it needs to be time. It needs to be a fight. It needs to be built out because she's number one contender. But some people said either way the ass whoop is going to be the same way, and I'm like, no, don't say that. You're going to make it look bad. This is a time to make a fight look good. This is what WMMA needs, right. A big build up. Don't downplay Valentina's win because when she wins, the media is going to downplay it. Then y'all are going to get mad about that. You know what I mean? So let's give this credit. Let's give this fight some credit. Let's give Andrade some credit here.
Right? Yeah, man. Like I said, Andrade got that thigh out, man. And let's how about WMMA community? let's continue to talk about Andrade the way we've been talking about Andrade, even though she's leading into a fight with Valentina. Let's not. I understand that the majority of you guys are Valentina fans, but I mean, it comes to a point where you got to throw some realistic thought in there. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about Andrade, listen, Andrade is still Andrade. No matter who she's fighting, she's still Andrade. You know what I'm saying? Valentina ain't out here perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to talk junk about Valentina, but I just know that is coming. The minute this fight gets announced, all of a sudden Andrade is not going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's and it is what it is, but you know, Andrade is still laying bitches flat. Yeah. So let's not forget that she can very well go into this fight and lay a bitch flat. So it is, you know, and Valentina can do it too. You got two bulls getting ready to be locked in a cage together, you know. So it is what it is. Yeah. And I know what I say, a lot of people ain't gonna like that. A lot of people ain't gonna like that, but the truth is the truth, you know. Yeah, hey, you can be a fan of somebody, but let's not make that person. Let's not make that person invincible. I mean, as big as of a fan as I am of Gillian and Montana, I definitely call out things that they need to work on. And I'm not saying that they're invincible. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if you let Robert Henry tell you know Valentina or George Page, they're gonna tell you that Valentina is absolutely invincible, and there is nothing that Jessica Andrade is gonna do to upset Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, nobody's invincible, man. Nobody. That's why he works hard. You know, invincibility is something you probably be born with, God given, but nah, like to get what she has, that takes a lot of hard work, man. You know, and the minute you let go of that hard work, you're a sitting duck, bro. What do you think of this? Gary Baldwin said Joanna is also a duck.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not a duck. She's just at a point in her career where she wants to call the shots. It might not be smart, you know, but she feels like she deserves more money, which, you know, she's in no way in the league of like a Khabib or Conor, but she's not a duck at all.
Nah, she ain't no duck. Joanna don't duck no fade.
Let's see. Who else said something here? Hold on. If Colton said if Jennifer Maia could do it, Andrade can definitely do it. It's different styles, but you know, it depends on how they approach. What do you think about that?
What you say, bro?
If Jennifer Maia could do it, Andrade can definitely do it.
Yeah, man. If Jennifer Maia can hang in there, man, for 5 rounds and fight, you know, I mean, I think Andrade can do it too, man. You know, she's much healthier at 125. She's not cutting that extra 10 pounds. She ain't draining her body more than it needs to be drained, and she can comfortably make 115. But you know, look how she looked in that fight with Chukagian, man. She was fast. She was strong. You know what I'm saying? And Chukagian ain't no pushover, man. She ain't no pushover.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, man, I gotta run up out of here, man. It was good talking to you tonight, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, like always, just come on through, and you know I'll come on through tomorrow, bro. But yeah, I'll let you get up out of here, man. Be easy, bro.
Yes, sir. I'll holler at you later, man. Peace out, chat.
All right. So yeah, man. I was glad we were able to get these keys to victory out for Miranda versus Gillian, and yeah, like y'all heard, BJ he'll be on tomorrow night to do it on his channel as well. So yeah, I'll come over there as well. But yeah, back to what y'all were saying. Yeah, like I don't think Joanna's really a duck in this position here. It's really not about the competition. It's more so the money and the offering. But yeah, she did pull a duck before. You know, Joanna did pull a duck before with Tatiana, because Tatiana did call her out, and I had sent that Instagram out to show one time. And yeah. When's the next live chat? Colton, I'll be. Oh, hang on for 1 second. Yeah, next live chat. I know BJ will be on tomorrow, so I'll be over there, you know, for a little bit. I might do one, you know, maybe like a different topic tomorrow or something like that before he gets on. But yeah, I'll be over there tomorrow on his channel. He talks about Miranda and Gillian. But yeah, Colton, yeah, check out Miranda's fights. You'll see what I'm talking about, man. Like, don't just look for like exciting fights, but if you want to see why she has potential in the flyweight division, Colton, check out Miranda's fights. You'll find them. You know, yeah, definitely check out her fights, man. Definitely check out her fights if you want to see why, you know, she has potential. Between her, Taylor Santos, and Manon Fiorot, they're like the three promising flyweights. So yeah, check them out, Colton. Lolita, what's going on? Lolita said, do you think Paige will have improved her game for the next fight? For this bear, I don't know. I don't know if she has. Like, she looked decent hitting them mitts. She looked decent hitting the mitts, but I don't know if she's gonna win this fight coming up though. You know, Britain, you know, is a professional boxer. She's been in the bare knuckle boxing. Paige, never really known as a hard, polished striker. You know, I know she was known for some kicks and some power here and there, but you know, power is not effective if you can't hit anything clean. And I don't know if like Paige is really polished up. Like, if she was, she would have gave Amanda Ebas better work. You know what I mean, with her hands. You know, that's how I feel. Like, if Paige had better hands, like, we would have seen some competitive rounds with Amanda Ebas. But I know this is a different game, but she didn't even set nothing up in that fight. What if Paige gets hit in the face? Well, if she gets hit in the face, I mean, she's gonna have to throw back if she wants to win and land. But if she gets hit in the face, I know that some cuts will be open. You know, she has some scar tissue up by the eyes, you know. So yeah, Lolita, if she gets hit up by the eyes, it might be trouble. You can see the scar tissue on her eye. Yeah, so she can be opened up. TJ said Jillian gonna get mollywopped, period. Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Connor don't even do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, Connor don't even do that, man. You know, Connor's fighting. You know, Connor is still fighting. Like, she's just playing like this game right now, thinking she's worth more than that. I don't know. Yeah, Stamina, I agree. I think that Jillian, her spot is a little bit more solid just because she does hold part of that record where she has the most wins in the flyweight division. And I think she has some, you know, leverage more so than DLR. Like, DLR really is on thin ice. Like, if DLR gets blown out against Buena Silva, you could really see somebody probably getting cut there. Honestly, yeah, I think that DLR she'll be out before G-Rob, I think. Yeah, Conor wants to fight more. Yeah, he'll fight more. Like, Conor turned down that Manny fight to fight Khabib again if he won Dustin. So yeah, he wants to fight. Crowd or no crowd, you know, his money is set, but I like his approach, so. Colton said, I think Paige will get a ton of eyes on her first bare knuckle fight, and then she's going to drop off. Yeah, you know, Paige is definitely seen as the favorite just because of the popularity. But you know, if she lets that go to her head, man, you know, it's definitely gonna be a hard hit if she loses. And I think, you know, this is a fight that Britain, she can go in there and just piece her up and win. You know, she has a longer career in bare knuckle boxing, so you know, welcome Paige into the division. You know, welcome her into bare knuckle boxing. Put the hands on her. I wouldn't say that, Colton. Her style isn't conventional like Muay Thai. Like, she does know how to adapt. Like, Joanna's probably like the best Muay Thai fighter that made it into mixed martial arts. If you really go back and look at her style, like it's not a fact of her being stuck in her way. Like that style works. She doesn't have the same footwork as she did in Muay Thai. Her takedown defense is some of the best takedown defense in MMA. Period. So yeah, she's transitioned well from Muay Thai to MMA. She's not flat-footed. Her hand speed, her punch output is very, very much different than it was as a Muay Thai fighter. So she's definitely transitioned better than Marina Rodriguez has. You know. So yeah, it's not necessarily like she's stuck in her way. Like I mean, that's her style, and she commits to it, and it works for the most part. It made her become a champion. So yeah. And styles make fights. Like I think she'll beat Jessica Andrade any day, anytime they fight. I just think that Rose had a style that was made to beat Joanna. Yeah, Gary Baldwin. Yeah, Labugni. To me, Labugni and Marina Rodriguez are a little bit. They're more so conventional Muay Thai fighters. Like if you see how Labugni is throwing her knees and how she fights in the clinch, she's very conventional. Like she's more known for those powerful kicks than some of her striking upstairs. It's something that she still needs to transition well with. MTJ said Jillian's 2 losses away from Invicta, 4 losses from PFL, 5 from a parking lot fight of your local bar. Damn. He is breaking it down there. Don't tell BJ that. You lucky he gone, man. You might want to say that for his chat tomorrow, TJ. Damn, he broke it down there. Jinu Frey fights in March, TJ. Let me see. Ain't she fighting Gloria DePaula in March? I think so. Hold on. Hang on 1 second. March 13th. Yeah, Jinu Frey fights Gloria DePaula March 13th, TJ. Yeah, Gary. Yan Xiaonan is not a rinky-dink fight. They were thinking, yeah. So yeah, the longer she holds out, yeah, the duck feathers will start coming in, man. The feathers gonna start coming in. So yeah, I can see that too now. Like when you call somebody like that a rinky-dink fight, that's disrespect, man. Come on. Colton said who would win with Marina Rodriguez versus Joanna. That would be a good fight. That would be a good fight, man. To me, I think Marina presents a problem to Joanna. That would be an interesting style matchup. I think Marina has the power to land. She has the power and the timing in that type of fight. It's a good fight where Marina could pick her shots, keep good distance, and she can think more against somebody like Joanna. That's a style that she'd be more so used to. But I think Joanna, she's a much more active fighter. She's more so committed to her punches, even though she's not a hard hitter. Once she gets into a rhythm, she's going. But if I had to pick, I'd say like Joanna. Joanna would win, and I think she would outwork Marina Rodriguez altogether, though. BJ said, "Oh, BJ back? Yeah, BJ still in." He said, "BJ said Montana's not on thin ice, signing a new contract." Okay, so she did sign a new contract, so she ain't on thin ice then. Ain't TJ? He just mic dropped on you right there. She just signed a new contract, so boom, she ain't going nowhere. you think that JJ, you think that JJ that fought Whaley could beat Rose? No, that was a no. I don't think so, Minna. That's just styles. Like that's the same JJ that fought Rose. That's the same exact JJ in my opinion. She fought more aggressive, just because she could outstrike. But Joanna, uh, her style is still almost tailor made for Rose. Like Rose is still going to approach the fight the same way. Um, that aggression ain't going to mean nothing. The aggression might mean that she'll get caught quicker, and Rose will drop her faster. So I think that Rose will take the same approach. J JJ didn't really have to worry about the counter punches from Whaley like she did for Rose. That's why she took that approach the way she did. Like that's why she looked more aggressive. But I think style wise, Rose will still beat her again. He said, "Your Will had how many fights left on his contract?" Oh yeah, because he got let go too. I wonder how many fights they signed her for. Like if they just re-signed her now, like what are they planning on keeping her on as? Like how many more fights? Is she on like a fight by fight contract or what? All right, so where the UFC is concerned, almost nobody does, including the fighters. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they need flyweight, so they might keep her around a little bit. I think they'll keep her around longer than Yoel because they tried to play the age factor with Yoel too. Though that's kind of different. Like see with Montana, her being a young fighter, they could keep her around, but I mean she'll have to win. She'll have to at least go on a pattern of win loss to stay in there. You can't go on like a 3 or 4 fight losing streak at this point. I think she's a little bit safer than Yoel because they tried to play the age thing with Yoel, saying he was too old. Like there's some articles out there saying that he was it had to play in it with his age too. So I think that's one of the factors that they cut his contract, even though he had fights. Yeah, Yoel was a big name, but like I said, it was the age thing too. Like they tried to use that as an excuse to say, we're gonna get him out now because, he's not performing to that level anymore. And we could say that, when you compare his skills compared to a Montana, you'd want to keep him, right? You'd want to keep him as a fighter, but, I don't know what they were thinking. I would have kept Yoel, I don't know why. I mean, maybe it was his pay. Maybe they felt like they didn't need him anymore. Gary, like I was about to say, the money, maybe the money for him wasn't. Well, maybe the money was just too much for them to pay. They didn't want to pay a 42-year-old man that's not performing to the level they want anymore. So they'll keep Montana once you think about it, like because her pay grade is lower and they need flyweights. So like I could see her staying longer when you think about it, and them re-signing her and actually letting her fight out her contract. Because right now, look, Hannah Cyphers is still here. You know what I mean? Like she's still here. So they'll probably keep her when you really think about it. Like her re-signing does make sense. Yeah, Lolita, it was a financial decision, even with him. Yeah, like too expensive to keep. Where Montana, she's still young. She can still provide a fight for their up and coming fighters, So keeping her makes more sense when you think about the money. Yeah, TJ, he may have brought more money, but what about the money they were losing? What about the money they're losing? At least maybe with like Montana and like a Gillian, like you're saying, you could probably break even or you could make a little bit of profit. But what about the money you pay out? Are you making that back and then some? You never know. But see, yeah, if they ain't, that's what you're saying. Like, if they ain't winning or generating buzz, but TJ, you gotta think, other fighters can generate wins off of them. And that's how the boxing game works too. You start feeding these fighters to other fighters. That's just how it works. Like I've already seen this. Look, if they ain't winning or generating buzz, well, they're gonna fight the next fighter who can generate a win that we want to build up, like a Taylor Santos, Manon, or Miranda, right? So if they're not generating buzz, well, this next person will generate a win and buzz off of them. You know. They don't really cut that many women, no. Yep, they don't really cut that many women. And let's not just say generating buzz. Let me say money too. Let me factor that in. You know, generating money, even if it is dead even. Even if it is money, even if it is dead even, you want to keep that person over the person that's costing you a lot of money. Let's look at it that way. And that's how it's always been. Female fighters generating buzz, that could only be counted on one hand. But, as a whole, look at it as a whole, too. It's always been like that, it's still like that. So, yeah, they're really careful about how many women they cut just because there's a lot of need for those fighters. James Vick. Lolita said they still have Felice hanging around. Yeah, I don't know how long she's going to be around for. I really don't know how much longer she'll be around because, like, she's had 2 knee surgeries now, and there's really no word on when she's coming back. So, have they pulled her out of the rankings yet? Let me check, y'all. Have they pulled Felice out of the rankings, man? Because if they pulled Tatiana out, they definitely got to pull her out if she's not going to compete anytime soon, right? All right, hold on. Let's see the straw weight. No, they still have Felice at number 14. They might need to pull her out. Pull out Nina Ezerov since she's coming back at 125 or just because she's been out. You had to pull Tatiana out, so I think Felice might need to go for a while because she's going to be out. So go ahead and take her out. Take her out of there. Yep. No, Lily, she's still in the rankings. She's not completely out. They still got her in the rankings. These are updated. So, yeah, Felice is still there. If you cut Felice, Midas will take Nico with her. I think, man, like, I don't know, though, man. Like, I was going to say I hate to see Nico go because she has something to prove still, but she's got a lot going on, man. TJ said Nico's game. I'd like to think so. Oh, well, that's for flyweights, Lolita. I'm talking about straw weights. Felice is number 14 at flyweight. Excuse me, at straw weight. Yeah, Felice is number 14 at Strawweight, not talking about flyweights. And yeah, Manon will need maybe a win over a top 15 fighter before she breaks into the top 15. Same with Miranda, because Miranda's not in there yet. So yeah, you'll have to fight a Shevchenko, uh, Andrea Lee, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber winner, and then we can put them in the top 15. Yeah, Nina is gonna fight Dern, but Nina's also talking about going to 125. So I don't know if this fight's gonna be a 125 or what. Yeah, Gary. Gillian to me could, she should still be in the rankings somewhere because I feel like Gillian, they push her out the rankings faster. Like Andrea Lee off a 3-fight losing streak stays around. Manon is a different story, more impressive resume, so she could rise faster with the quality win. Yeah, when you give her a top 15, then yeah, definitely you can put her in there. Man, Manon Firo versus Antonina would be a good fight. I don't know if y'all are thinking that, but man, Manon versus Antonina, that is a good fight. Number 14 versus the unranked fighter, that's a good fight. Wait a minute, is Nico ranked in the bantamweight division? Is that what you're saying? Whoa. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Nico went from unranked last week or whenever, she was non-ranked, and then she jumps to number 15. What? How is Nico even ranked number 15 right now? Come on, man. I'm telling you, this division needs bantamweights, man. That's the thing, man. They just putting somebody in there. Oh, man, I said because Pennington got taken out. Oh, so it pushed her up. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, still, Yeah. Because Pennington got moved out, so it just automatically raises her up. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if you look at it that way, it makes sense. Man, I need to see Tanisha Tennant versus Nico Montano would be a good fight if they could make that. Like for her to come back, if she could fight. TJ says she's a former champion. All right, man. Let's see back, what, 4 years ago? Almost 4 years ago? Yeah, I agree, Lolita. She needs to take care of her health. Like, I think over the past maybe, well, she took all of 2018 off. So, yeah, she was out for that amount of time. So, she just needs to really take care of her health at this point. I don't know if she can fight again, though, but her health comes first, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're in need of like some more bantamweights to shake this thing up. The same way they're bringing in some flyweights to bring in some all around well-rounded fighters. That's what they need in the bantamweight division right now, man. Bantamweights is struggling for light right now. They've been struggling for that light. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here now. Damn, TJ Hardboy. He said worst champion is GDR. Ooh. Yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. So yeah, thanks everybody coming into the chat and tuning in. Like I said, probably go over here and talk Miranda versus Gillian on BJ's channel tomorrow. I might jump on here live stream before he gets on again tomorrow and talk about some of the news in WMMA that's on the rise. You know, a lot of new changes. You know, Renault Chasson is pushed back to February 2027. So, you know, we'll talk about all that, some other shakeups too, man. So I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. So yeah, man, just make sure y'all subscribe. I'm out, y'all. Later.